Welcome to C News Now.
What if I told you that one of China's most elegant stars just rewound time with a simple hairstyle? That on a quiet afternoon in Beijing, Yang Mi walked onto a film set, not as the goddess we know, but as the girl we all once knew. In a yellow gilet, a white shirt, and double ponytails that felt like a time machine, she didn't just melt hearts. She brought back youth, memories, and something we didn't even know we missed. This is the moment Yang Mi became more than a star, she became all of us. Let's rewind the scene together. Frozen in time. The day Yang Mi turned into a doll and melted thousands of hearts. It was supposed to be just another day at the studio. A routine wrap-up, a final shoot for a reality show that had run its course. The lights, the cameras, the waiting fans behind cordon barriers, they'd all seen this before. What they didn't expect, however, was that Yang Mi, China's queen of elegance and mystery, would walk onto the set not as the cool, unattainable star they knew, but as someone entirely new, or maybe someone long forgotten. The transformation. She stepped out of the van just past noon, wearing a crisp white shirt layered under a sunny yellow gilet. Yang Mi looked like a beam of light. But what caught everyone's eye wasn't the outfit. It was her hair. Two playful ponytails. Yes, the same hairstyle worn by schoolgirls, manga characters, and that friend we all remember from our teenage years. But on Yang Mi it didn't look childish. Didn't look forced. It looked iconic. And for a moment time stood still. The media's lenses clicked wildly. Fans gasped. Even the most seasoned reporters looked up from their notes. In that instant she didn't just walk into a set. She transported everyone back to a simpler time. To first crushes. To bright hallways and classroom windows. To a version of Yang Mi few had seen since her earliest acting days. More than just a look. This wasn't just about aesthetics. The way she moved, the way she smiled, the way she waved enthusiastically at fans. Everything felt different. There was no distant, polished star aura. Instead, she radiated warmth like she was one of us. No bodyguards blocking her. No assistant whispering in her ear. Just Yang Mi and the crowd face to face. You could see it in the fans' reactions. Some cheered, some teared up, and one girl in the back clutched a handmade sign that simply read, "Mijie, ni shi wo de qingchun." Mijie, you are my youth. A strategic innocence? Cynics might call it calculated. A well-planned image pivot to stay relevant in the ever-younger, ever-faster Chinese entertainment industry. After all, double ponytails aren't exactly spontaneous at age 37. But was that really the case? Because if you looked closely, you saw something else. A sparkle in her eyes that wasn't rehearsed. A childlike joy in how she ran across the stage to greet fans. A split second of bashfulness as she brushed a loose strand of hair behind her ear, laughing to herself like she'd just done something mischievous. This wasn't a character she was playing. This was Yang Mi unplugged. The doll-like illusion. Photographers later described her side profile as Barbie-like. Perfect nose. Sharp jawline. Eyes that lit up like lanterns. But there was more than perfection in those features. There was vulnerability. In a world of heavy makeup and airbrushed faces, this version of Yang Mi looked almost unreal. A living porcelain doll. But one that felt alive, breathing, and most importantly, reachable. She wasn't a goddess on a pedestal anymore. She was the girl next door we all grew up with. A full circle moment. Yang Mi debuted at the age of 4. Grew up on screen. Became a symbol of elegance and success. And somewhere along the way, the public lost sight of the girl behind the image. But on this stage, on this final shoot, with nothing left to prove, she brought that girl back. Not through tears. Not through monologues. But with a hairstyle. A smile. And a wave. What this means for fans. For the younger generation, this moment is just a cute trend. For her longtime fans, it's something deeper. It's nostalgia. It's healing. It's a reminder that the people we admire most aren't static icons. They grow, regress, reflect, and rediscover themselves, just like we do. And that even the most dazzling stars sometimes long to feel ordinary, even if just for a day. Why it worked? Because it wasn't just about Yang Mi looking younger. It was about Yang Mi becoming more human. While the entertainment world is busy chasing virality, high fashion, and AI-generated perfection, Here was one of China's biggest celebrities reminding us of something simple. That warmth is timeless. That kindness is more captivating than style. And that sometimes a pair of ponytails can say more than 1,000 scripted lines ever could. Final scene. As the shoot wrapped and the crew began to pack up, Youngmi turned one last time to the crowd. She didn't say much. Just a wave, a smile, and a quiet "谢谢你们." And in that moment it didn't matter what show she was filming. It didn't matter what brand she was wearing. All that mattered was the feeling she left behind. A feeling that would linger long after the cameras stopped rolling. Youngmi didn't just close a chapter that day. She reopened one from all our pasts. And that might just be the most powerful role she's played yet. In a world obsessed with perfection and trends, Youngmi reminded us that simplicity is timeless, that warmth travels farther than fame, and that sometimes all it takes is 2 ponytails and 1 smile to awaken 1,000 memories. If this moment touched you the way it touched us, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because every week, we bring you the stories behind the stars. The ones that move us, change us, and remind us who we are.